The galaxy had seen many strange worlds, but Earth was not one of them. In the center of the Galactic Council chamber, a bright blue planet floated as a hologram. It rotated slowly in the air, showing its oceans, its storms, its cities glowing in the dark. Around it stood leaders from hundreds of alien civilizations, watching in silence. Then someone laughed. The sound echoed across the massive hall. Soon others joined, and the silence turned into quiet amusement. "Unstable climate," one tall silver-skinned alien said. His long fingers moved across a floating screen. "Violent storms, shifting continents, extreme temperatures. This planet cannot even decide what it wants to be." Another alien, with glowing red eyes, tilted its head. "The dominant species is even worse, emotional, divided, aggressive toward its own kind. They fight over land, religion, and ideas. How did this species survive this long?" The hologram zoomed closer, showing humans walking in busy cities, arguing in meetings, helping each other during disasters, building machines, launching rockets. "Primitive technology," a council scientist said. "They only recently left their own moon. Their space travel is slow and weak. They are centuries away from true galactic travel." More laughter filled the chamber. To them, Earth was a failed design, a rough draft of a civilization that should have destroyed itself long ago. One elder alien leaned forward, its voice calm and cold. "Prediction models show 93% chance of self-destruction within 500 of their years. Nuclear conflict, climate collapse, internal war. They will not survive long enough to become relevant." The council agreed. Earth was not a threat. It was an experiment that went wrong. But not everyone was laughing. At the far edge of the chamber, a younger analyst watched the hologram carefully. The human cities did not only show chaos, they showed rebuilding after destruction. They showed unity after tragedy. They showed progress after failure. The analyst spoke carefully. "Respected leaders, humans survive conditions that would break many advanced species. Their planet forces them to adapt constantly. Strong gravity strengthens their bodies. Extreme weather sharpens their planning. Conflict improves their strategy." The chamber grew quieter, but only for a moment. "Adaptation does not equal superiority," the red-eyed alien replied sharply. "They are unpredictable. That makes them dangerous to themselves, not to us." Suddenly, a soft alarm echoed through the hall. It was not loud, but it was different. A technician rushed forward, adjusting the hologram. Strange energy reading detected from Earth's surface. The laughter stopped completely. The hologram zoomed in toward a remote area of the planet. Deep underground, something was happening. A powerful energy pulse flashed for less than a second, then disappeared. The council scanned the signal. "It matches no known human technology," the technician whispered. Another pulse appeared, slightly stronger this time. The elder alien narrowed its eyes. "Is this a weapon test?" "Impossible," the scientist replied quickly. "Their technology level does not support this scale of energy output." Yet the data did not lie. The humans were building something, hidden beneath their surface, far from satellites and foreign eyes. The analyst spoke again, more confidently now. "Perhaps we miscalculated. Perhaps Earth's design is not weak, but harsh by purpose. Only a species forged in constant pressure could produce sudden leaps like this." The chamber fell into uneasy silence. On the hologram, Earth continued to spin peacefully. Clouds moved gently across its surface. Cities glittered in the night. Nothing looked different. Nothing looked dangerous. But deep below, the energy readings slowly increased. For the first time in centuries, the Galactic Council did not laugh at Earth. They watched. And somewhere in the cold darkness of space, silent sensors began focusing on the small blue planet they once called a mistake. Because if Earth was truly a failed design, then why did it feel like something was waking up? Deep beneath the surface of Earth, far below mountains and oceans, humanity was not asleep. They were preparing. For 200 years, the world's greatest scientists, engineers, and leaders had worked in silence. The project had no public name, no flags, no politics, only one purpose: survival. Humans had discovered something long ago. They were not alone. Strange signals from deep space, small objects passing near the solar system, tiny probes that disappeared when detected. The governments of Earth had argued at first. Some denied it, some panicked, but slowly, the truth became clear. They were being watched. Instead of announcing it to the public, humanity made a quiet decision. They would not beg for protection. They would not send greetings into the dark. They would prepare. In a massive underground chamber, a glowing energy core pulsed softly. It was larger than any building on the surface. Its power output was beyond anything humans had ever created before. Engineers moved around it carefully, checking readings, adjusting controls, speaking in calm voices. They had tested it many times. Each time it grew stronger, more stable, more controlled. This was not a weapon built from anger. It was a shield built from fear. Above ground, life looked normal. Cities grew, nations competed, people lived their daily lives. They did not know that deep below, humanity was changing its future. The harsh nature of Earth had shaped them well. Strong gravity made their bodies dense and powerful compared to many species. Extreme climates forced them to build, adapt, and improve constantly. Natural disasters had taught them how to rebuild quickly. And war, as tragic as it was, had taught them strategy, coordination, and technology. Humans were emotional, yes, but their emotions pushed them to protect what they loved. Their fear turned into innovation, their anger turned into progress. In orbit around Earth, a small alien probe drifted silently. It had been sent by the Galactic Council to collect more data. It transmitted information about human cities, military bases, and communication systems. It detected nothing unusual. Then suddenly, every signal from the probe stopped. Inside the underground command center, a single red light turned green. Orbital object neutralized, a calm voice reported. No celebration followed, no cheering, only quiet focus. They had expected this. The project leader, an older woman with tired but determined eyes, looked at the main screen. They know we exist, and now they know we are watching back, she said softly. The energy core pulsed again, stronger this time. The system was not just a planetary shield, it was something far greater, a network of hidden satellites, deep space sensors, and long-range strike capability, connected through the powerful core beneath the planet. Humans had studied alien signals for decades, learning patterns, decoding fragments, predicting movements. They were still behind in many ways, but they were catching up faster than anyone expected. Every weakness the galaxy had mocked was slowly becoming strength. Their divided nations had learned to cooperate in secret. Their limited technology had forced creative solutions. Their short lifespans had made them work faster, urgently, passionately. Up in the Galactic Council chamber, reports began arriving. The probe near Earth has vanished, a technician announced. Vanished? The red-eyed alien asked sharply. No debris, no signal, it is simply gone. The elder alien narrowed its gaze at the hologram of Earth. The blue planet still looked peaceful, almost fragile. But the energy readings were rising again. This is no accident, the elder said slowly. Back on Earth, the underground facility entered final testing phase. Massive doors sealed tightly. Energy flowed through hidden channels across continents. Satellites aligned perfectly in orbit. The project leader gave a simple command: prepare demonstration sequence. Far above the planet, space itself seemed to tremble for a brief second. The galaxy had once believed Earth would destroy itself before becoming important. They did not realize that Earth had already chosen a different path. Not toward self-destruction, but toward something far more dangerous. For the first time in history, humanity was no longer just surviving its world. It was preparing to defend it. The laughter in the Galactic Council did not return. But pride did. Many alien leaders refused to believe that Earth was a real threat. They told themselves the missing probe was a technical failure, a small accident, nothing more. So they decided to test the blue planet. Not with a full invasion, that would be unnecessary. Instead, they sent a small fleet from a powerful empire, just enough ships to scare the humans, just enough force to remind Earth of its place. The fleet entered the solar system quietly. 10 massive warships shaped like dark blades. Their hulls were covered in advanced weapons and heavy shields. Each ship alone could destroy a planet with ease. From their command bridge, the alien commander studied Earth on his screen. So this is the world they defend so desperately, he said calmly. He saw oceans, clouds, and bright cities. It looked peaceful, soft, weak. Send transmission, he ordered. A message traveled toward Earth at the speed of light. Surrender your military systems and accept galactic supervision. Resistance will lead to immediate destruction. On Earth, inside the underground command center, the message was received in silence. No panic spread across the room, no shouting, no fear on their faces. The project leader stood still, reading the message once, then she looked at her team. "So it begins," she said quietly. High above Earth, hidden satellites adjusted their positions. The energy core deep underground began to glow brighter than ever before. Power flowed across the planet through systems no alien scanner had fully detected. The alien fleet moved closer, their weapons powered up slowly, just to show dominance. Back in the Galactic Council chamber, leaders watched through a live feed. Some expected Earth to beg for mercy, others expected chaos. Instead, Earth did something unexpected. It did not respond with words. It responded with action. A single point of light appeared above the planet, small at first, almost invisible, then it grew brighter, sharper, focused into a thin line of pure energy. The alien commander frowned. "What is that?" Before anyone could answer, the beam fired. There was no loud explosion in space, no dramatic sound, only a flash of light so bright it forced sensors to dim automatically. In less than a second, the first alien warship was cut in half. Its shields collapsed instantly, its hull melted like ice under a star. Shock spread across the fleet. "Raise full shields," the commander shouted. But it was too late. The beam split into multiple streams, each one locking onto a different target with perfect precision. One by one, the warships were struck, their advanced technology useless against the focused energy coming from Earth. Within moments, the 10 ships that had entered with confidence were nothing more than glowing debris drifting silently in space. No survivors, no distress calls. Just silence. On Earth, the command center remained calm, operators checked systems, confirming targets destroyed, energy level stable, no damage to civilian areas. "Threat neutralized," a technician reported. The project leader nodded slowly. There was no smile on her face, only relief. In the Galactic Council chamber, no one spoke. The same species that had been called emotional and divided had just destroyed a fleet that could conquer worlds. The red-eyed alien leaned back in disbelief. That level of power, from a pre-FTL civilization. The elder alien stared at the hologram of Earth, now glowing slightly from residual energy. "This was not random," the elder said quietly. "This was controlled, calculated, measured." Across nearby star systems, the shockwave of the strike was detected by distant sensors. News spread faster than light through communication networks. Earth had fired once. And the galaxy had felt it. The strike was not wild or reckless. It was precise, clean, intentional. It was not an act of rage. It was a message. For centuries, the galaxy believed Earth was a failed design, a planet that would collapse under its own weakness. Now they faced a new possibility. What if Earth was not a mistake? What if it was a weapon that had finally decided to wake up? And in the cold darkness of space, where the alien fleet once stood proudly, only drifting silence remained. The galaxy did not celebrate. It did not shout. It watched in fear. After the destruction of the alien fleet, every major civilization activated emergency protocols. Defense systems powered on, borders were sealed, fleets were recalled from distant missions. No one had expected Earth to respond with such speed and control. Inside the Galactic Council chamber, the atmosphere was heavy. The same hall that once echoed with laughter was now silent. The hologram of Earth still floated in the center, calm and blue, as if nothing had happened. But everything had changed. "Open a communication channel," the elder alien ordered quietly. Before they could send anything, an incoming signal appeared on every council screen. It was from Earth. The transmission activated, showing a single human standing in a simple room. There were no weapons visible, no threats displayed, only a calm face looking directly into the camera. The human spoke clearly, in simple universal language. "We know you are watching." The council members leaned forward. "We have always known," the human continued. "We saw your probes, we studied your signals, we understood your silence." Murmurs spread across the chamber. The human did not look angry, he did not look afraid. "We never wanted war," he said, "but we will never accept chains. We will never accept extinction. If you come in peace, we will answer in peace. If you come with weapons, we will respond." The message paused for a moment. "Our strike was not revenge, it was defense. We do not seek to conquer, but we refuse to be prey." The transmission ended. No threats, no insults, no demands. Just a clear line drawn in the dark. The red-eyed alien spoke softly. They speak like equals. They act like equals, another replied. The elder alien stared at Earth's image carefully, studying it as if seeing it for the first time. Perhaps we misunderstood their design, the elder said slowly. We saw chaos and weakness, but we ignored resilience. Reports began to arrive from different systems. Human long-range ships had been detected at the edge of nearby space, not attacking, not hiding, simply observing. They were not reckless. They were prepared. On Earth, leaders gathered in secret chambers across continents. For the first time in history, rival nations spoke with full unity. The threat from the stars had erased old divisions. Humanity had changed. They were no longer fighting each other for small pieces of land. They were standing together to protect their entire world. Deep underground, the energy core continued to pulse steadily, stable, controlled, ready. Scientists monitored alien fleet movements across the galaxy, predicting possible alliances forming in fear of Earth's new power. Because fear always leads to reaction. And reaction often leads to war. In the council chamber, one younger alien analyst finally spoke again, the same one who had once questioned the mockery. Earth was shaped by constant danger, the analyst said. Their planet forces them to adapt or die. Their short lives push them to move fast. Their emotions drive them to protect what they love. This is not a failed prototype. This is a stress-tested civilization. The chamber remained silent. Far from Earth, in a hidden region of space, several powerful empires began secret discussions. They feared what humanity might become in a few centuries. If this was Earth at its early stage, what would it become when fully mature? The idea was frightening. Back on Earth, the human leaders received new sensor data, massive fleet movements, larger than the first attack group, gathering slowly beyond their solar system. The project leader looked at the data without surprise. They are afraid, she said calmly, and fear makes the powerful dangerous. Above the planet, defense satellites shifted quietly into new positions. Human ships moved into formation. Energy levels increased across hidden systems. Humanity had sent its message clearly. But now the galaxy had to decide how it would answer. Because the truth was no longer hidden. Earth was not weak. Earth was awake. Fear spreads faster than light. After Earth destroyed the first fleet, the most powerful empires in the galaxy made a decision. They would unite. Not out of friendship, but out of fear. Deep in unknown space, a massive alliance fleet gathered. Thousands of warships from different species stood side by side. Some ships were shaped like blades, some like spheres, some like living creatures made of metal and light. It was the largest military force assembled in centuries. Their goal was simple. End the human threat before it grows stronger. Inside the Galactic Council chamber, tension filled the air. Some leaders supported the alliance, others feared what might happen if they failed. This is our only chance, one commander said firmly. If we wait, Earth will surpass us. The fleet began moving toward the solar system, slowly at first, then faster, their engines glowing like thousands of small stars in the darkness. On Earth, long-range sensors detected the movement immediately. In the underground command center, no one looked surprised. The project leader studied the massive formation on the main screen. Thousands of ships, multiple species, heavy weapons ready. So they chose fear, she said quietly. Human fleets moved into defensive positions around Earth and the Moon. Satellite networks activated fully. Energy flowed through the core at maximum stable levels. But humanity did not wait for the first shot. They had learned from their own history. Waiting often meant losing. A silent command was given. Across the solar system, hidden platforms revealed themselves. Massive structures unfolded from asteroids, from dark sides of moons, from deep space stations that had stayed invisible for decades. The alien alliance did not expect this. Before they entered firing range, space itself flashed with controlled bursts of light. Human long-range strike systems activated across multiple points, not wild attacks, not chaotic blasts, but precise, calculated strikes. Each beam targeted weapon systems, engine cores, communication arrays. Ships were disabled one after another, not destroyed completely, but left powerless, drifting without control. Confusion spread across the Alliance fleet. They are attacking from every direction, one alien captain shouted. Their range is impossible. Panic followed quickly. The Alliance had come prepared for battle, but not for strategy like this. Human forces moved with coordination that shocked even the oldest civilizations, every action measured, every strike intentional. Within minutes, the massive fleet that once looked unstoppable was reduced to silent metal floating in space. Thousands of ships, disabled, defeated, alive but helpless. Human command did not fire again. They did not destroy the helpless vessels. Instead, a single transmission was sent to every ship and every world watching. "We could have ended you," the message said calmly. "We chose not to, remember this choice." In the Galactic Council chamber, no one spoke. The red-eyed alien stared at the frozen image of the battlefield, ships from the greatest empires floating powerless. "This power," he whispered, "and they still show restraint." The elder alien closed its eyes slowly. "We called them emotional," the elder said. "We thought their feelings were weakness, but it is their control that makes them strong." Across the galaxy, systems powered down their attack plans, fleets retreated, alliances broke apart in silence. No one wanted to test Earth again. Back on the blue planet, life continued, oceans moved with the tide, cities shined at night, children looked up at the stars without knowing how close danger had come. Deep underground, the energy core slowly reduced its output, returning to quiet watch mode. Humanity had made its point clear. They did not want to rule the galaxy. They only wanted to survive freely. Years later, historians across many worlds would speak about that day. The day the galaxy laughed at Earth no more. The day fear turned into respect. And in the endless darkness between the stars, where once there had been arrogance and mockery, there was now only one thing: silence.